In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas, host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Allen. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game. Donovan Izaraku in there to drop him as he records his 5th sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down. Coming up.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest.
Intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify it.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 9. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play for Minnesota. It's a gain of 34.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run. This is Mason. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun. Throw here for Allen. That's deep. incomplete on third down. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And that'll set up fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Short kick taken at the 17. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Brings up 2nd and
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Allen. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Forced to his right. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First down, Prescott. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And maybe a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Cowboys.
Here we go. 47.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Going up top. That is hard. And he will score. Devontae Turpin, touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. Aubrey good with the extra point. Cowboys will take a 14-6 lead. So now, after after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A run. And here's Mason. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. Oh, trying to keep the play alive, but it is intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We're going to 54 wires.
Prescott on first down. That is brought in at the 10. And a big gain out of bounds as time runs down. An exclamation point to end this first quarter. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they go to work on first and goal. And he will take it in himself. Dak Prescott, touchdown Cowboys. Aubrey now for the extra point.
The kicker on for the point after.
His kick is good. And the Cowboys extend it to a 21-6 advantage. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. On first down, it's Allen. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and we'll be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big play for Minnesota. 31 yards.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
319.
On the ground is Mason. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
At their own 32-yard line.
So we go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go 46. Hey, 47. Here we go 46. 46.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big play for the Cowboys. 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. He's got it at the 7. And he's in. What a drop. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. The extra point by Aubrey is good. Cowboys add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No fun of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. Now Allen on 1st down. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
15 yards through the air. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
First down, Minnesota.
Now give on the ground. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Here comes 2nd and 4. From the gun, Josh Allen. Moving outside the pocket. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. A big play for Minnesota. 35 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. This is caught at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. working from the pistol. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. That's the safety, Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
He's going to tuck it and go. A big play after being backed up. 45 yards. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a run on 1st down. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Give him 14 on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Dak to throw. And he'll take it on in. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys tack on one more to their lead. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Allen. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. Very one-sided 1st half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Short kick taken just inside the 20. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. He's inside the 35. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. A big one there to start the 2nd half. A gain of 48. They'll stay on the ground. And the Cowboys are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He will do it himself. He's in. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. Now Aubrey for the extra point. He gets it to go. Cowboys stretch things out even further.
Cowboys 42, Vikings 9.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. first and 10. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38.
What's that?
The RPO. That one is complete. And they will finally run him down. That is 2 big pickups to start the drive. 32 on the latest.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
Now he takes off. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got it at about the 8. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal.
First and goal, Minnesota.
Mason, and he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Into space. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Allen. Going for it all. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And the Cowboys are going to take over just shy of midfield.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Toss left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Here's a designed run. Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it at the 38 with those chains. 1st down.
And the Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Kill. Yeah.
4th quarter begins on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
37-yard line. 1 yard gain.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Wait, take the point, ain't it?
That's going to push this one forward. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Huff running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means...
This one is hauled in on the feet in bounds. Yes! Devontae Turpin. Touchdown, Dallas. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Cowboys will add one more onto their big lead.
56. Vikings 9. Brandon Aubrey, the kicker for the Cowboys.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Now here's Aaron Jones. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Flushed to his left. And more of the same. Another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you jump the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up the 2nd and a yard.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Dak gonna work it to Lamb on the RPO. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. CD gets the Cowboys a first down.
At the 28-yard line.
Hey, kill. Yeah! Hey, wide in. We're going to 54, wide in. 26. Here we go, 26.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he will carry his offense to the red zone. Inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9.
Now it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah! Here's 26.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Here we go.
2nd and 11.
Wide in.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.